Dr. Dawn, and guess what? It's Monday night. It's time for Mystical Monday. I was out last week taking a little breather, having a little break, but of course, as I was having my little break, of course, I had a little experience that I'm going to share with you guys tonight as it directly relates to tonight's topic. So, everybody, go get you a little something to write with or something to sip on. That's herbal tea, I mean. I don't know what y'all thought I was talking about, but get what you need and meet me back here, and I will be ready in 30 seconds. I'll see you soon. Hey, I'm back, you guys. I'm doing a mic check, mic check. You guys tell me over in the chat. Hey. You guys tell me if you can hear me really good. I was getting kind of tongue tied in the beginning. I know I'm drinking this little. I got a little energy drink today. Y'all can't see it, but I got me a little energy drink, and it's got me all kind of twisted in the tongue. So excuse me if I sound like I'm not getting my words out good tonight. Hey, I see the people coming in the chat. Happy to see you too. I have never felt so loved and so missed in all my life. You guys, I took last Monday off and people were like, thanks for letting us know. Hope everything's okay. Looking forward to seeing you next week. People were checking in. Are we having Mystical Monday tonight? You guys are really tapped into Mystical Mondays, and I am so excited. It was great to be missed, to be loved, and to be thought about. So thank you. Thank you. And thank you, chat, for always showing up. Look at these people coming in the chat. Okay, everybody say it sounds good. Thank you. I listened to my last live that I did with King Cassius, and his mic was superb as always. And mine sounded like I was in the bathroom or something, like a tunnel or echo. So I said, oh, I got to do a mic check next time in the beginning. Hello. Hi, everybody. Come on in the chat. Come on in the chat. I feel like I've been gone a long time and it's only been a week. Let me first start. I got to first start by commending all of you guys and thanking you all of you guys and expressing gratitude. You guys showed up and showed out at that last promo that I had. So for those of you who are watching for the first time or you don't know about the recent promo that I had a promo where I offered spiritual coaching sessions and they were $100 off. And so that made the coaching session $75, right? Yeah, I've never gone that low before. And so my spirit team said, no, we need you to go. We need you to go low. We need you to go right there because we got a lot of souls right now that are in the midst of shifting, transitioning, and need some counsel. They need counsel. So I dropped it to $100. My spirit team said I had made a video. If you guys follow me on social media, my video was like, yeah, $100, due to client appreciation, and my spirit guys was going, we didn't say 100, we said 75. I said, wait a minute, now we're not gonna talk about this, we're not gonna go back and forth. They said we're gonna do 75. So I made it at that price point, and little did I know the response was going to be overwhelming from you guys. And so overwhelming that you guys booked multiple sessions out. Most of you booked a session now and then one later. And hats off to you because I didn't look at it. I may have joked with you guys and said, okay, is that what it takes to get y'all? I'm not worth the full price. I'm only worth that. I was joking. I really was. I want you guys to know I was not serious in that way. I actually was quite flattered. One, because you guys allow me to be a part of your journey, but that you thought enough to say, oh, I want to get another one while this lasts because I am, like pleased with the service that she provides. So, and you referred other people. That was the thing right there. You guys shared the information with people who've never had sessions with me just because you believed that much in me. And I'm so grateful, so overwhelmed, you guys, with emotion. When I tell you I'm booked, I can't take any, I'm not taking any clients June and July. I can't. I mean, I'm full to capacity. And so I'm right now, I have some spaces open for the end of this month, but people are booking into August at this point because June and July is closed, it's shut down. And so all because of you guys, all because of you, all because of you. And I am, like I say, I am very grateful and thank you so much for believing in me enough to sign up yourselves and to share this information with people who have not had the Dr. Dawn experience. Because y'all know I'm not for everybody. I'm not. A select group, right? It takes a special being to get directed to me. So I say thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Oh, thank you, you guys. Look at you guys in the chat. I'm grateful for you guys too in the service. Thank you so much for the compliments. Okay, y'all look at tonight's title. Going to where you haven't gone before. Let me get into this one. I'm gonna get into this. So last Monday, on our Mystical Monday day, I was inundated with clients. That's when one of the promos was going, right? For the decreased price. I had so many clients that day. I looked at the clock, looked up at the clock, and Mystical Monday is 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I looked at the clock, it was 8:15. I said, oh no, I can't go on for Mystical Monday in 45 minutes. I need a break. I've got to exhale. And that's what I did. So that's why I canceled last week because I had too many clients and I couldn't give you all my best last Monday. So I shut it down. So 2 days after that, on Wednesday, I had a client. Well, I had multiple clients, but I got to this one client and I can't I was experiencing something off. Something was off. And so you guys know sometimes when beings come through, specifically beings who were earthbound or earthborn, they were once humans. However, they died, they will usually come into my energy field in that way. So if somebody died of a heart attack, my heart will sometimes palpitate. Or if somebody drowned, I'll sometimes get short of breath, like I can't breathe. Or I've had people die from injuries to different parts of their body, and I can feel it when they're coming through to give information. That's not abnormal for me, okay? So during this session, I was feeling things, and I said, "Oh, some being must be trying to come through because I'm feeling a little off, and things are getting heavy, and I think my thoughts are getting distorted, and my heart is feeling different. It's just my body was doing stuff, so I was trying to let it come through, so I could let the client know who I was talking to, what was going on, what the message was. Yeah, we got about 35 minutes into this session. I had to shut it down. I told my client, I said, we're gonna have to continue this another time. I've got an emergency. And before, I don't even know if she said, okay, I slammed my computer down shut. I got my keys and I headed to the ER. Okay. Because I said, something's off, something's not right. So I'm getting in the car, and y'all know my spirit guide, Alexander. Alexander is saying, before you start the car, I want you to just breathe. Take some deep breaths in and out for me. So I did it about 3 times. And Alexander said, while I know that you are moving and operating from a place of anxiety right now, and you're probably not going to listen to my guidance, you do not need to go to the emergency room. But I know that the only way to bring you back into alignment is for you to go through this process. So he says, I'm going to be with you and I'm going to, comfort and encourage you, but I just want to make you aware you need not but to breathe. So I kept breathing. Okay. And then I felt kind of good and I got out the car. I said, let me go back in the house. Okay. Maybe it was a panic attack or something. That's what I'm thinking. So it started again, you guys. It started real hot and heavy. And then I felt a clenching in my chest. And if you've ever known anybody to have a heart attack, that's one of the signs. You feel tightness in your chest. Where I said, oh no, let me get back. Let me get back in the car and let me go because I want to rule out a panic attack, heart attack, whatever. I get in there, y'all. Go to the emergency room. So I go and I'm telling them my symptoms. And because of my age, they start, they got to pull out the EKG machine, y'all. That's first and foremost. We got to do it. We got to do it. Okay, I'm good with it. So they pull out the EKG machine and the lady goes, it won't take long. You will get an answer in 10 seconds. Like, what's going on? Okay, girl. They tell me to take my shirt off, do all that. They hook me up And so then, okay, they run the EKG machine. She goes out the room, right? To get, this is like a tech. She runs out the room, goes to get a doctor, and come back. So I'm like, the girl done left. She done did the test and left. So, okay. Now, right now, y'all, I'm the intuitive guide. I am the most tapped in, that I usually I'm tapped in on all levels usually, right? But in this moment, I was disconnected. I was disconnected. No guidance. Alexander went silent. Nothing's coming in. So I'm literally sitting there waiting. Now, this is intentional, y'all. This is all a setup, okay? By my spirit team. But I'm gonna get to that. So she comes back. She comes back with the doctor, right? So they got the little, I'm gonna show y'all what they showed me. Let me show you. So they showed me this right here, the little EKG results. They showing me the lines and everything. And so they're going, this is a perfect EKG. There's nothing wrong with this. It's a perfect EKG. They said, can we ask what you were doing prior to the EKG? So I had to go into it. I said, well, for translation purposes and for understanding on your part, you could say I'm a psychic, a medium. I talk to the spiritual realm and communicate. So they standing there looking at me like I'm two shades of crazy, right? So I said, in the middle of my session, I got hot, I got overheated, I got, my heart started palpitating. Like, all, I felt like I was having a heart attack. Well, they said, well, you weren't having a heart attack. I said, well, do we need to do an echogram? Maybe I got a blockage. Yeah, I'm making up stuff. And right now, I'm all in my human self. They said, no, we don't need to do an echogram. We usually do an echo when we see some abnormalities in the EKG. I said, well, can we just do it just to be safe? They said, well, we can't, your insurance may not pay for that because we can't substantiate doing it, at this point or ordering it. Okay, y'all. Alexander said, now here he comes. Now he been quiet all this time while I'm there. And he said, gather your things and let's walk and talk. Okay, y'all. I get my stuff. I go to the car and I'm driving. And he's talking. He says, when you get to a place of stillness, he says, let's connect. So I got in my house, sat still, played back everything that happened. Y'all look at these. This story is like, y'all waiting to see where this going, right? So I got in my house, sat down, and he said, now let's talk. He said, let's review everything that happened. I said, I was talking to this client, and I said, midway through, I said, I started having heart palpitation, and I said, I don't know, if it's, let me tell y'all something. Remember, I was on a raw diet, right? I did real good. I came off that raw diet Sunday. Y'all, what's the first thing I ate when I came off the raw diet? A hot dog. So what I thought that hot dog, let me tell y'all, I thought that hot dog did some things. So I told Alexander, I said, I know I shouldn't eat that hot dog because, baby, I know it done did some things after me not eating meat for such a long period. So I said, okay, I messed up. That's why I thought it was a heart attack. And Alexander laughed. He said, no, 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 no. He says, call your client to reschedule. I said, well, I'm not in the mindset to reschedule. Like, what you mean? He said, call your client to reschedule. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm following the guidance. I'm thinking, I don't care about rescheduling right now. I need to get myself together. I called a client. And her daughter answers the phone. So I identify who I am, identify what happened, how I was trying to reschedule. What she say, y'all? She said, oh, I'm on my way to the emergency room with my mother. I said, beg your pardon? Like, what happened? She said, I don't know, Dr. Dawn. She said, but I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you when I get there and find out because she wants, me to talk to you. So I said, okay, wait a minute now. So the lady they get to the house. She called me. Now, I'm in silence now after this. No Alexander. No Alexander. I'm being quiet. 45 minutes, the phone rings. The daughter say, Dr. Dawn, she done had a massive heart attack. I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. She said, and the daughter's crying. And I'm telling her, well, don't cry because I can't understand what you're saying. She says, we need your help. She says, is my mama going to be okay? Is my mama going to be okay? I said, hold on. I said, let them run the test. Let them do what they're doing. Okay. And I want you to breathe and I want you to calm down. And I said, I want you to call me back. And we're going to talk through this once get some information and you can get into a place of awareness so you'll know what's going on actually. I want you to speculate. I want you just to wait till you get all the details. Now, I told her that, y'all, but in my head, I was going, oh, I got to reach out to my team and see what's happening. So I thought I thought I transferred the heart attack to her, y'all. I thought I gave it. I thought I literally did something to send it to her energetically. So that's what I'm thinking. Y'all, my team's sitting there going, they shaking their head like, welcome to the shift. Welcome to your new expansion. I said, what? Now, my intuitive guide that has been helping me, my medical intuitive that has been helping me, she told me like Saturday ish, around Saturday, Sunday. She said, it's been a pleasure. She said, you no longer need me. She said, you can go forward. And so I was a little nervous, but I was comfortable, y'all. I think, I was like, okay, I got it. I don't really need you. Let me tell you what they mean by go forward. Let me tell you how they explained it to me. They said, you are now at the point. You are now at the point in your advancing and expansion where you will not only feel the energy of the beings who are in the astral realm that have died of certain things, but you'll feel it here in the present. You'll feel it here in the present as a warning or a heads up or as a preventative measure for the clients you're working with. I said, no, wait a minute. I didn't actually have a heart attack, right? They said, no, you did not have it, but you felt it because it was on the horizon. I said, no, wait a minute. I get clients who got cancer, who got brain tumors, who got like I don't want to be walking around with my head hurt, all these things that mimic these diseases. They said, but you shall and you will, because you're going to be in an awareness of what is happening, why it is happening, and what to do in that moment. So they said, look here. Let me tell y'all something. What's the name of my thing? Going to where you haven't gone before. Let me tell you why I titled it that. My spirit guide said each lifetime, you have gotten to a certain point in the journey where you've stopped. You've said, I ain't doing that. That's too much. And you shut it down. They said you've gotten to almost the pinnacle of where you've ever been before. And they said, we're here to encourage and support you because you're moving at a speed in this lifetime that you have not done before. Okay. So they said, we now are going to, for lack of better interpretations, train you to be in tune with the diagnoses we're bringing forward to you to assist with prevention. Now, they say, why you got to do this, Dawn? Because they say, we hear your thoughts. And that's what you're saying. Like, why I got to do this now? They said, well, in order for the collective to advance to a point where they are their own medical doctors, they are their own keepers of their physical avatars as it relates to how it's functioning. Some group of beings has to go first. You have to go first. Look, y'all, when we go through ascension, there was a whole team that was heading it and starting it out because they had to be ready for the ones that were awakening behind them. Some have to go before to get those that are coming ready. They got to get them ready. So I'm not the only one this is happening to. Oh, this is gonna be happening to a whole lot of people, whole lot of people, because we're starting to get now, y'all. You got to realize it's more than just repeated numbers. You're seeing more than just synchronicities. No, you are transforming into the light body, the celestial body, and the celestial body is very in tuned with energetic abnormalities that are resulting from or to the physical avatar. It is. And so that's why we say at some point, we will be our own doctors. We will be our own doctors. But how do you get to that point? There has to be a point in between before you leap to that. This is the point in between, they said. They said you're at the point in between now where you're kind of testing the waters while you're seeing and ironing out all the kinks. So that what? So that when the next group comes, you're ready. You're ready to get them ready, just like you're doing now with the intuitive guidance you're sharing and teaching with the collective. You had to go through that first. You had to go through that whole thing of what that consists of and what that means so that you could, they said, intelligently convey it to the masses and get them in a state of comfort and readiness. Thank you, Angel Face. Thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. So they said now you're getting ready for the next step. Now, let me tell y'all something. I know from my Akashic records and from my previous lifetimes where I've cut it off. I've cut it off many times because it wasn't a sacrifice I wanted to make, even though I signed up for it. So when I tell you guys, I am grounded and experienced in the earth experience, oh baby, I have got many a lifetimes of doing this over and over and over and over and over again to heal and pull back the traumas that I've endured. My soul has endured lifetime after lifetime after lifetime of evolving. Every time I got to a point of evolution, there was always something waiting for me or meeting me there to either put me in fear or apprehension or just total shutdown. I ain't doing it. And so they showed me in my mind's eye, they played a video. Played a video. I've never gotten this far, you guys. I'm telling you, I never got this far. I never even got to the medical intuitive part before working with the medical intuitive. They said when it got to a certain point, I always said, that's it. That's all I want to do. And I'm going to stay right here. They said, this is the furthest I've gotten. And so I said, well, couldn't we have taught me this lesson in a less traumatic and dramatic way? They said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We had to give you the parallels between what you were experiencing and what that person who you were working with was getting ready to experience. And we had to give it to you in the moment. Because how do humans comprehend or move into evolution? Through experience. You had to experience it. We couldn't sit here and download and tell you, okay, now you're going to be feeling your clients' medical issues or problems that they're having with their avatar. Now you're going to feel it. They said you wouldn't have grasped the context or the magnitude of it, which I probably wouldn't have, y'all. I thought maybe, I get a headache if y'all going to get a headache or, something like that. Like I would have never grasped it to this level. Okay. So, okay. So I said, okay, I got a choice. They told me, they said, you got a choice at this point because life, and we're going to talk about this, how you guys, we talk about soul contracts, but there's a part in your soul contract when you're in this current reality where you can step back, you can renege, you can say, no, let's change this. Instead of me doing this, I will remain an intuitive guide and I'll like maybe amp it up and do public appearances, to the masses. I'll start traveling and doing that. I'll add that to my soul experience since I didn't do that before. You can kind of play with it a little bit. You can finagle it if you don't want to do where you are or, move into where you are in the journey. So they said, we're going to give you, you got options, you got choices, options, and decisions at this point. You tell us what it is that you want to do at this point. So y'all, let me tell y'all, this happened on Wednesday. Baby, by Friday, I was going to wait a minute. Let me sit in this. Let me sit. Whew. I said, now, do I keep going at what I'm doing or do I amp it up? Come on, Dawn. Think. And then my spirit guy said, no, don't think. That's where you go wrong. Don't think. Don't think. Step into your spirit body. Step into your spirit body and see from a higher perspective what you're doing. And then ask yourself, why not? Like, why wouldn't you? The only reason I could come to you guys that I wouldn't do it, I don't even think it's fear. I think it's the human part of I don't feel like doing all that. That's a lot. Like that's a lot. So then I said, well, Dawn, are you being lazy, girl? What you doing? Like, come on now. That's not who you are. First of all, you are Aries, baby. You are the beginning of the zodiac. You are the beginning. You are the beginning. You are the one that set the tone. You got to get into it. So then y'all pepped myself up, gave myself a pep talk. I was talking, getting myself together. And then finally I met with my team. I met with my team Sunday morning and I said, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I said, but I'm gonna ask. I got some specifications. I got some specifications. They said, well, we listening. That's what they said. They said, we listening. Now let me tell y'all something. Y'all know Alexander is the head. He at the forefront. And so I had, Charlotte was one of my medical intuitives. She helped me. I got some Pleiadians, that's standing back. I got all of them. I had a whole discussion, y'all, laying in my bed. They was all circled around my bed, standing around my bed in a circle. I said, I got some requests. I said, I'm going to need a little bit more support. They said, done. They said, clarify. Do you mean that astrally or physically? I said, both and both. They said, okay, done. I said, I'm going to need a little more options to keep me in alignment and to keep me in in my place of awareness. And they said, well, what do you mean by that? More options. I said, look, when I want to go, I'm gonna be ready to go. And they said, what do you mean you want to go? I said, if I want to go to Belize and lay, and I want to lay on the sands of Belize, the white sands, and get in the water, I want to be able to get up and go and do that, because my avatar is going to need to be replenished when I feel it needs to be replenished. They say, okay, done. Okay. I said, let me keep going. Let me keep going. I said, I understand that I don't pick and choose my clients that come to me. I don't. You guys come randomly. Most of you say, ooh, I saw your video and something told me. Okay. I said, I'm gonna need clients that's not on the okie doke. They say, my guys laugh. They say okie doke. I said, I'm gonna need clients that are coming for the real, like who actually need some assistance and some guidance, and ain't they not just coming for fortune telling stuff. I don't. Let's get to it now. If I'm gonna do this, let's bring me the people. Let's line them up and send them to me. And I want to be an integral part of their growth, evolution, and awareness. They say, but you are, no matter how you do it. I said, no, no, no. I think I quit doing this before because my patience got real slim for people who were looking for fortune telling kind of things. Because I'm past that. That's not who I am. And they said, okay, done. We will reroute those beings. They said we allowed them, now because we enjoyed. Did they say they enjoyed my interactions with people at all levels of awareness? Okay, I enjoyed it too, but you getting ready to use a little bit more of my energy. And so we're gonna have to get a little more focused. We have to get a little more focused in what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. I can see my team writing it down in their head, like, okay, she got that. Now my demands wasn't too much. I don't think I was asking for too much, y'all. I don't. I mean, come on now, we in this together. I'm on the ground crew. They in the astral. Okay, let's work together. Y'all can do this. Make your spirit team real. Make them your reality, because that's what it is. That's what it is. And so, look, I kept going down my list. I ain't gonna go through my whole list with y'all because that we're not gonna use the whole time up for that. But already, baby, it's Monday, and already the people coming in, the spirit guides are using all y'all in my sessions. Y'all coming through saying little things that I mentioned to my spirit team, but they sending it through y'all. And let me tell you what I mean by that. I got a client who said, Dawn, look here, you need to come on over to London. I said, come to London and do what you're doing now over. And I said, I ain't even did nothing in the States. I be going out. We gonna get you to London. That's the first person. I got another client who DM me. I want you to take a look at this conference. You need to be speaking at it. I said, okay, thank you. I'm gonna look at it. This is interesting. Thanks for the information. Had another client come today say, have you heard of XYZ podcast? I said, no, I ain't heard of that. I'm finna write them. He said, I'm gonna reach out to them because you need to be on there. I said, oh, wait a minute, what's happening? Like, what are my clients doing? My spirit team said, okay, here we go. You said bring you. You need the people who are in need of where you are now and the service you're providing. We get them to you, and that's by increasing visibility. We got to get your visibility out there because, look, you asked for it. So now, look, I done open Pandora's box now, y'all, because y'all know me. I be like, I want to be visible, but not visible. My spirit team said you can't do it both ways. You can't, like, we can't. There's no way we can get the people to you that need to be to you, and you're not willing to be more visible. We got to do it now. We got to do it. So I said, oh, here we go. Here we go now. This is what I signed up for. This is what I said. Now look, this is what they mean when they say be careful how you make your request to the universe, because you're not thinking about the other stuff that come with your request. But your spirit team is your spirit team going, well, in order to do this, we're gonna have to do this. In order for you to have that, we got to do this. So it's always gonna be a little bit more added on to what you are requesting, but you ain't realizing that when you requesting it. So I shall continue. So I said, well, look, I was getting ready to put Mystical Monday on hold. I said, I love Mystical Monday. I said, but I don't feel like I'm being effective, with Mystical Monday. And I said, and they said, well, how are you gauging that? Are you looking at views, numbers, algorithms? Because from where we sit, you're doing phenomenal. I said, I don't know. I said, energetically, I just don't know. I know I'm reaching the people who are consistently coming. I said, but I just, I feel like I'm stuck. This is what I told them. I feel like I'm stuck. They say, and you getting ready to be unstuck. You're getting ready to be unstuck because here it comes. Here it comes. Now remember what you're saying, Dawn. They like we taking notes. This is what we saying. Now, between that conversation with my spirit guys and coming on here with y'all, when I tell y'all how many of you, all of you guys, who have commented on Mystical Monday. I had a client today say, please don't ever stop Mystical Monday. Don't you ever stop it. He was like, I don't know why the algorithm is not rhythming, but don't you ever stop. All y'all are coming to me saying this. I'm not asking you to say it. I didn't do anything to prompt you guys. All of you are coming saying it. So it's like my guides are putting it in all of you, putting it in all of you to be open and forthcoming with me to keep the energy and the momentum and the cycle of energy going with this particular series. Okay. I even had a client admit to me today. He said, "You know what, Dr. Dawn? I think I'd be trolling you." He said, "Because I watch all your videos and I never comment." And he said, "That's not even right. I shouldn't even be doing that because I love Mystical Monday and there's no way for you to know it because," he said, "I never comment. I never." He said, "Sometimes I don't even know if I like it sometimes." He said, "But I do because I listen to it in my car on my way to work." And he said, "But I got to do better." He said, "You bringing some things that come into my awareness." Now, y'all, I'm not saying nothing. This is y'all just openly expressing this today, and I thanked every client. I've said, "Thank you for being the messenger. Thank you for being the messenger," because you guys are being led to hold me up. Y'all are holding me up, and you don't even know you're holding me up, but you're holding me up and together. So my guide said, they said you have nothing to do but to continue to do what you're doing and allow the flow of energy to go out, come in, go out, come in. Because that's what I'm doing on Mystical Mondays. I'm putting it out. You guys are catching it. And for all intents and purposes, pulling it back in would be the cycle. Like throwing it back out at me. I throw it to you, you throw the ball back. That's the cycle of energy. Okay. And so in my human mind, I was going, oh, no balls are being thrown for me to catch with this show. So I need to rethink it. I need to rethink it, redo it, maybe figure out, a different way of going about it. My guide said, keep going, keep doing what you're doing, and allow things to flow. Okay. All right. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm here. So they said the message for tonight. They said the message for tonight. Thank y'all for all the comments and the support. The message for tonight is going to where you haven't gone before because y'all, I am a projection of what's getting ready to happen to all y'all. You're getting ready to go where you ain't never been before. I told you in my past lives, I've never gotten to this point. This is where I've never been. This is very uncomfortable for me. This is, for all intents and purposes, very life shattering for me because I haven't been here before. And I can feel the difference in my evolution. All the other things I've evolved in over my decades of evolving during this lifetime, I feel like it was just triggers in my remembrance. Like, okay, here we go again, but not this. This is not here we go again because I haven't done it. I haven't done it. And so my spirit guide said, make sure that you stress to the collective tonight on your live that many people are seeking counsel at this time on earth, both here in the physical and those who are exiting. So let's talk about that, because exiting means leaving this physical reality through what we know as death. Okay. Those who are exiting at this time are being given options to continue their growth in consciousness through many different ways. Okay. Now, in our level of awareness, y'all, I'm gonna jump all around tonight because I got so much to say. We ain't gonna have no rhyme or reason. So y'all stay with me. Stay with me. For those who are exiting right now, it used to be that in our awareness, we used to believe that once you leave the physical body, you go to the higher realms, you have a life review, you determine if you want to come back or not, or continue on in the astral, and then that was that. Well, it's a little more detailed now. We got a little more info. Some of these beings, and I'm saying this not that y'all gonna die, but y'all gonna be coming across people who are leaving now, and this is what's happening. You may be you may choose. Let me give you some of your choices if you get ready to exit or you're going to exit. You have the choice to either reunite with loved ones who have already transitioned. We know that. That's what everybody lives for, right? Reconnecting with your loved ones. Okay. You may have the choice to experience another earth life. Come on back, like me. Y'all, I done did it over and over 99 million times. You got that choice. You may have the option to be able to communicate with those in the physical state. Now, that means that's how some of your loved ones are serving as your spirit guides because they're communicating with you in this physical state, but from the astral realm. You have the choice to do that. Okay. You have the choice to return to your original state of being and go to a similar reality similar to earth. So does that make sense to you guys? Like you do another experience, like let's say on another planet or another realm, okay? Or which a lot of you are going to choose, you have the choice to participate in studies. Yeah, there are studies taking place on consciousness. Okay. You can be in human or non-human life activity in other forms or other life. So you got a lot of choices that are going to be coming at you if you're choosing to exit during this time. Now, if you're watching this, don't you know how they say, oh, if you're watching this, it's for a reason. It's not because you may be transition, but because someone that you know close to you could be, or you may be in the death process experience of someone that you love or that you know are associated with. And these things will come to your awareness because depending upon what that person chooses once they exit, they could be your spirit guide, or they could be doing things that directly relate to or affect you in this lifetime. Okay, so let's get you into this awareness. Okay, going to where you haven't gone before. You guys haven't gone really deep into that thought process about exiting, okay, and how it affects you here in this current reality. So we had to touch on that. Okay, the other thing they said, Dawn stressed to them that karma is king in 2024. Y'all, they say this is the time of truth, right? Then they say this is the time of truth, but that truth is laced in karma. It's laced in karma. So with that truth that's being revealed, it has a little bit of karma that is associated with it. So I want you guys to understand everything contributes to your conscious awareness. Even the story I just told you about what is happening with me and my evolution. Look at the association with my karmic ties with where I am now. What did they say? Dawn, you've done this over and over and over and over and over again. You get to a certain point, you shut down, you quit, you say no. This is part of my karmic pattern, right? So it has to keep being presented to me at each time and in my lifetime and say, okay, now, is she going to do it or is she going to stop? And so they said, this time, come on, let's heal this. Let's satisfy this. Let's move this karmic pattern and imprint out of your soul. Okay. Let's move it off your soul aware. Let's clear it out. So that was one of the motivating factors that allowed me to say, let me go through it. Let me do it because I'm tired of this. I'm tired of quitting. I got to get and keep moving to where I know I am going towards. Now, y'all remember when I talked to a Cash, or not Cash, but the time I did the live and I talked to you guys about going on the ship. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I remember going on it. I remember them telling me to go neutralize and stabilize. I remember coming in briefly, and everything else after that is a blur. What did I find out when I was on there? That this was getting ready to happen right here. What happened to me in that emergency room, or the expansion of me and my evolution as it relates to being tapped into the physical awareness of what's going to happen to others in the future as it relates to their health and well-being. I was told all of that on the ship. This is what happens. You get off of there, you get out them higher realms, and you come back in, you don't forget. They don't wipe that out your memory. Wiped it out my memory, but they brought it to my remembrance when I was sitting there contemplating, should I or shouldn't I? Should they say, look, when you was on this ship, you said yeah. They played the video, they showed me. I was excited. I said, oh, I don't know what she was doing because that ain't how I'm feeling right now. And they said, that's why we're showing it to you because we need you to see. We told this is not new. We told you this was coming. Okay, y'all. Okay. All right. So understand you guys do a lot of things in the astral realm, in your sleep state, or when you are connecting to the higher realms in meditation. You do a lot of things that sometimes you may not remember all the way in this physical reality. Okay. Yes, y'all laughing at me in them comments, but I sure said, wait a minute, where's the director? Because I don't know if I said that. They said, we got one better than that. We're going to show you the video. Baby, they got the video. They got it all out. They say, look, the eyes are the mirror to your soul, baby. Your eyes recording your all your experiences are recorded through these right here. Y'all better know. So be careful what y'all doing here, because, baby, they looking. They see it. Some of y'all ain't right. Some of y'all ain't doing a lot of. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say with that. Okay. Let me get into the soul contracts, because I want to talk about that, because that came into play a lot in where I am on my journey and me going to where I haven't gone before. Okay, we've talked about soul contracts, but as I told y'all, we're gonna talk about and revisit a whole lot of these topics, but it's gonna be in a different perspective, a different place of awareness, a whole different everything, because we keep evolving, right? Yeah. So let me tell you something. We know that before you were born, you agreed to participate. You agreed to participate in this specific experiment to assist in the evolution of your soul. First thing you did was choose your name and your date of birth. Now, this we're gonna have a little class activity today. I want y'all to get y'all phones, laptops, something. I want y'all to Google the meaning of your name. So I want you to type spiritual meaning of and put your name. I don't care what your name is. It could be Boom Shika. Boom Shika has a spiritual meaning. Trust me, because I done looked it up. And I thought I made that up. I didn't make it up. It's in there. Type in spiritual meaning of and put your name. And I want y'all in the chat. You don't have to tell me your name. I see your names on the screen, but just tell me the meaning, the spiritual meanings of your name while I tell you the spiritual meaning of mine. Because all of you have one. I don't care how ethnic your name is. I don't care how difficult to pronounce or spell your name. It's there. You have a spiritual meaning because you chose it. Y'all, while y'all looking it up, I'm gonna tell you mine. So I wrote it down so I wouldn't miss a beat. So dawn means illumination and hope. It means beginning of a new day, chance for happiness and improvement. Baby, come on now. Is she doing her name's sake? Did she pick the right name? Did she pick it? She picked it. What y'all got? Somebody say their name means star. Okay, come on. Come on. I love it. Y'all keep looking. Come on. I want to see in the chat. Y'all do this exercise. If you're watching the replay, do the exercise. Look your name up. Spiritual meaning of and put your name and get the meaning of your name. You chose it. You chose it based on your experience you're going to have, what you're coming to do, and your purpose. You did it. You did it. Come on now. I only see one person say star. Come on. This person says mine means cathedral, university unit, department chair, throne of a bishop. Come on now. Come on. Somebody else says theirs means the light of the soul. I love it. I love it. Come on, y'all. This y'all got to tap into why you here. Tap into why you here. Somebody else says theirs means extremes in fortune, health, and spirituality. Come on. Somebody else says symbolizes hope, peace, new beginnings. Come on, y'all. Y'all don't know who y'all are. Y'all don't know who y'all are. Truth is being revealed. Next person says mine means God is my strength, devoted to God. Uh. Next person says theirs means halo of the light around the moon. Come on, come on. Next person says the quest for higher truth and victory. Number 7, y'all look at these beings in this chat. Look at who you are. Uh, y'all, let me tell y'all. I don't know if you had ever done this before I brought this up, but spirits say, tell them to see who they are. Tell them to start connecting who they chose to be and the part they chose to play while they're here. Look, I love it. I love it. True image, she who brings victory. Oh, I love it. Determination and vigor. Another person say a man in control of his own actions and will. Oh, I love it. Y'all, y'all feel that energy. Y'all feel that energy that you are creating. Strength, leadership, and spiritual guidance. Come on. Are these not defining you who you are in this moment? Celestial connection, universal love, and generosity. Oh, you got the same name as my mama. Yes, yes, that resonates. The quest for higher truth and spiritual. Y'all see this? It's in your contract. You chose it. It's in your contract. You said that my name will be indicative of what I'm going to do here. Uh, the next thing you chose your soul family. Y'all know that already. We done talked about that. Y'all done chose the people who are going to help you with healing. Now, don't confuse that. Well, we got two. We're gonna explain it on two levels. You got your soul family that you're gonna connect with in your level of awareness and evolution and awakening. And then we're gonna say you got the soul family you're assigned to as it relates to DNA genetics to help teach you and show you about you. I mean, so we're gonna put it in both contexts. So you chose these beings. We know that. We've talked about that. You chose the life events that are going to help you with healing and evolution. Y'all, I chose that whole event of going to the emergency room so that I can evolve to this. I chose that. Like they had to remind me and show me, girl, it's in the contract. This is what you said. Look at paragraph 3, sentence 4. This way you initialed. This way you put it. You said it. And then if that wasn't good enough, here's the video. This is the video right here where we reminded you, so you got a heads up because you put it in the contract. Y'all look, they say you put it in the contract that you was gonna get a heads up before it happened. We done gave you the heads up, and you still sitting there acting like you didn't know. My contract. My contract. They say you chose your death. We know you chose how and when you're gonna die. You did that. You did. But let me tell y'all something. I done seen people. I worked in healthcare. I done seen people, baby, come to that death part, and they done rework some contracts, honey. They done rework some things in the midst of it. Because I've seen people. They look like they on death's door, last leg, baby. That angel of death standing right there, like we gonna wait 30 more minutes till your son or daughter come, so you can see him, and then we gonna carry you on out of here, baby. They don't work some people don't work some deals, in with them contracts, with them death contracts. I've seen it. And so it's possible. Y'all understand? It's possible. You say, wait a minute, I know I'm supposed to go on Thursday. But wait a minute, can we extend that? Can we I got one more. I want to do this first. Let me do this one more thing. Y'all see, look, use the celebrities. A lot of times you'll see in the past celebrities will do something big, like they'll do a big concert, do whatever. Then the next thing you know, they done died or they done mysteriously whatever. Like they say, wait, let me do this last little thing. Let me do this one little big thing to leave my legacy. And then, your team will say, wait a minute, we got to talk about it. Hold on. And sometimes they'll say, okay, well, you know what? If you can accomplish this life lesson and this, let's make it a 2-for-1. Let's get something out of it. Okay. So look, that is not even in concrete stone when you choose your death. Okay. Remember, somebody said Michael Jackson, this is it tour. Baby. I don't know if he wanted to do it, and they say no, that ain't part of it now. We ain't doing no tour now. That ain't what we said now, because we got a whole list of events that's got to happen as a result of your death. You messed it. You finagle this. You gonna mess up all that, and we can't. They probably denied it, y'all. They probably said we can't do it. We can't authorize it because of some subsequent things that had to happen after, his death. I'm just saying. I'm speculating. No, I'm not. I'm hearing it. Okay, let me keep going. So the next thing they say in your soul contract, y'all are never alone. You are never, ever alone. Let's say it together. I am never alone. You always have access to spirit guides and angels all the time. I need you guys to realize you not only have access to these beings in the higher realms, they're here in the physical. Hello. Y'all, I'm getting ready to toot my horn and give myself a title. I'm gonna be y'all human spirit guide. I feel like I'm a human spirit guide, a spirit guide in a physical body. I say intuitive guide, but I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm a spirit guide in physical form. Why not? Now they done gave me the big head and said I gotta get more visible. So let me just put it out there. That's what I'm feeling like at this point. So they said, let's remind them that they're never alone, both in the physical or in the astral. You're gonna have access. You're gonna have some resources. Okay. So be aware of that. They said, remind them that synchronicity is a guidance system. Y'all understand synchronistic patterns and events are part of the guidance system. It is the confirmation and reaffirming from the universe that you are on the right track. Understand that is part of your soul contract, that you will be guided, shown, and given instruction and encouragement through synchronicity. You signed up, they agreed, you're going to get synchronicity. So you all are very in tune to the synchronicities. Now, most of y'all don't be following them. Y'all be doubting them. But now get into an awareness that it's in your contract. It's in your contract. So you must have synchronistic movements, patterns to give you immediate feedback on what you're doing and to keep you encouraged and keep you going. Okay. Now, you can always clear karmic debt and your astral agreements. Now, y'all see, I was sitting contemplating, even though it's in my agreement to do what I told you they said that I'm set up to do next. I can always clear it. I can always say, no, no, delete that. Delete that. I don't want to do that no more. I might say, I'm just giving an example. I may say, no, I don't want to do and get more into the medical and doing physical stuff, in terms of giving people heads. I don't want to do that. I would rather write a book and be an author and speak. Like I'm just saying, like, let's just say that's what I chose. And so they get together and they say, well, here's what we are trying to assist your soul with, um, clearing karmically. And can we rework that with this new plan that you put in place? Let's see. And then if they say, well, yeah, I guess we can. Okay, we go that route. We go that route. Or if they say, well, we can't quite fulfill it like that. So let's, you got to kind of stick to this. And y'all, I'm at a point in my journey. I can't get no more modifications. Y'all, I done had passes, modifications. Like I done dropped the class, like as you would convert or explain it in human terms. I done dropped the class too many times. You know how you in school, you drop a class too many times, baby. You just need to just move on. But I done dropped this too many times. They like, girl, you ain't got no more passes. Like you either gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay. So, and lastly, you can break a soul contract, which is uh, similar to clearing it, but you can just break it. You can break it and say, I ain't doing this no more, and I'm just gonna live my life how I choose, and according to what I feel is good for me in this moment or this spirit or energy, I should say, frequency that I'm in. You can do it. You don't get penalized. They don't say, oh, well, you're condemned. No, no, no. They just said, girl, when it comes to your choices of what you gonna do next, just remember where you left off at, where you left off at. Because then it's gonna make your choices seem a little different, okay? Cindy says, I have broken these contracts, such freedom. Now look, she's saying it in another context, okay? A lot of people have contracts. We got two sets of contracts. Let's do it that way. Sometimes you have contracts that are contingent upon, I want to say, bloodline and genetic and generational kind of contracts that you're trying to break as a result of in that nature. And sometimes you'd be like, I ain't got time. I'm not the one. Like I'm not the one. It's too much. I can't be the one to do it in my family. Like I'm gonna have to step back. I don't want to do it. Okay. You can have that and you can say, oh, I feel like so much, relief, or I feel like, oh, I'm not tied to. Or you could have contracts like in my case, where it's evolving me, it is evolving my soul and moving me. Well, I can't say it like that because both of them are moving me closer to being in my light body self and awareness. Both of them are, but one of them is a little more geared towards my individual soul versus a generational thing that I'm carrying. That's a little heavier. Even though in my case I'm doing both. I'm doing individual and a generational thing that's on my back. So I think that's why generationally or lifetime after lifetime I've gotten tired. But this time I'm in such an awareness of it. I'm hanging in there. Okay. All right, thanks for bringing that up. So okay, let's start talking a little bit more. Y'all got questions because I'm moving through it. Y'all, I'm all over it because we got to go where we've never been before. And when you go where you've never been before, it's a whole lot of stuff to cover. It's a whole lot of stuff to cover. Let's talk about rising consciousnesses because they told me to tell you guys about that too. I'm sharing with you all the intel and briefings that I've gotten that directly affected my journey, but affect you guys too. So as I get it, I'm giving it to y'all. So they say, let's talk about focusing consciousness. And what I say, focusing consciousness, I mean, your consciousness is rising to a point now where you are starting to have these strands of DNA that are awakening, that are causing you to experience some things that are making you feel as if you're stepping into your starseed place of being. So let's talk about it. Some people are starting to see wavy lines, okay? Wavy lines, which are indicating that their consciousness is elevating, that you are starting to anchor in the higher vibrations and not just activating them in your mind. Now, that's important, you guys, because we've been undergoing activation after activation after activation. But we're to the point now where we've gotten the activations, but now we got to anchor them in and hold them steady so that we're not wavering in our awareness and our higher frequencies. Because that's been the thing in the past. We get to it, we feel it, we connect with it, and then we go, now how do we stay there? Because we shift, we float back and forth. I told y'all how I float back and forth, baby. I done it many a times, many a lifetimes. I play wherever I need to play, the higher realms, the middle, the lower. I go where I need to go to play. But now we anchoring. We're anchoring in these higher frequencies and these activations that we're now having. Okay. And so when we're anchoring these in, we're starting to develop a lot of wisdom as it relates to the cosmos. Some of you guys are getting so tapped in and you're sharing with me in the sessions things that you're experiencing, information you're coming across and being guided to, and just your awareness of portals in your home and phenomena that is happening all around you. You're anchoring it in. You're anchoring in this higher vibrational frequency, and you're starting to tap into that DNA that is awakened. And the dormant aspects, the things that have been laying dormant, are now coming to life. They're coming to life for transmutations, and you are starting to transcend the earth. Y'all, y'all doing it. Y'all doing it, and you're doing it effortlessly now. Okay. It's becoming so, you're anchoring in so much and so often now that it's becoming your real reality. Your real reality. And so a lot of you in the comments now are saying, hey, I've been seeing wavy lines in the air and movement. You know, I've been seeing like all of this kind of stuff. You guys are seeing, you're seeing frequencies. Yeah, you're seeing frequencies, you're seeing energetic movement, you are starting to see things beyond this realm, okay? Because you're anchoring in the vibration and you're now tapped in throughout your time here on earth. It's not just the specific little moments, it's starting to be all the time. You're breaking through the paradigm. Let's talk about it. So you guys understand you are part of an interconnected web of beings on earth and in the stars. Baby, you're connected above and below. We're expanding from those 2-strand helixes of DNA to the 12-strand helixes of DNA. AKA, we get into them chakras. We're starting to allow ourselves to interact with the world in different ways. And we are continuously releasing old wounds in the process. So I want you all, y'all stop beating yourselves up and feeling as if you're going backwards when old stuff is coming up, or you're starting to feel the way you used to before. You're not going backwards. You're allowing those strands of DNA that are activating and that are interacting within you to interact with you within the world. And that sometimes is causing you to come back into acquaintance with old wounds that didn't quite clear during the activation process. Because remember, now we're anchoring in the frequency. So it's no more of that wiggle wobble stuff. You're releasing and you're coming across some of these wounds and releasing them now for release, for release, for release. More permanently, I should say. Okay. So we should now start feeling the anchors we're anchoring in. Like I told y'all in the beginning about that hot dog. I will never do that again, y'all. I will never, ever, never, ever, never, ever. My spirit body gave me every indication, warning, warning, no, stop, don't do that. Da 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 da. It even almost made me choke to get it out, to regurgitate it. So I couldn't get it down. Like, no, this is no longer an alignment. See, anchoring. We're anchoring in the newness. Okay, anchoring it in so that this your reality is becoming permanent. Permanent now. Okay. Let me get some questions. Because I just been talking and talking. Let me see. I done seen all this little comments. Y'all having some good little talks. Oh, y'all, an hour done went by fast. Wait a minute. We've been doing some stuff. I've been doing some talking, huh? Natasha says, anybody notice their synchronicities are coming in faster? Like you think something or ask and it pops up in minutes now. Absolutely. Because you're anchoring it in. You're anchoring in the energy. And you are now recognizing, since we just reiterated to you guys, synchronicities are part of your soul contract. So now you're aware of them. Now you're tapped into them. Now they're going to be coming because they're coming to assist you with the guidance and the encouragement and the confirmations that you need in the moment. They're doing it. Good. Good observation. Um you're giving me so many confirmations of everything that my guides have told me this past week. Excellent. Someone says, I don't understand how I don't have karmic debt, but I chose some of the most karmic 3D family members ever. Let me see if I can break that down because my mind didn't process that right. You said, I don't understand how I don't have karmic debt. Okay, so you have cleared the karmic debt, but you chose some of the most karmic 3D family members ever. Well, look, if you don't have any karmic debt, you should not even see those family members in a place of being connected to karmic debt. Do you see what I'm saying? Because people who are beings who don't have karmic debt, they don't even recognize karmic patterns in the people around them. They don't. They have no awareness of that because they're not coming in with any debt or they've cleared it. So either you got a little karmic debt, a little bit that maybe you aren't aware of, or you've cleared the karmic debt, but you are connecting where you are in your current place of awareness with the people around you. Either one. Somebody says, sounds like you're here to clear bloodline karma. Absolutely. Absolutely. For that person that I was just reading about. They said that's what you're here for. Absolutely. Friends are seeing sparkles in the air. I see wavy lines in the air and movement that's black, looking like movement all around me. Good. Eyes are dilating. You guys are seeing the beings in the corner of your eye. And instead of the corner of your eye now, you're probably seeing dark shadows or beings maybe in front of you, maybe above you, behind you. You're starting to see all of the images that are or have been hidden to you. Perfect, perfect. Anchoring in this new frequency. Are we also clearing for humanity as well? Well, that's part of it. Anytime we collectively clear, we're clearing for humanity also. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, I know exactly what you mean. Oh, I'm doing both. Okay. Oh, y'all having your own little private thing in the chat. Cindy says, I'm thankful for you sharing these many insights with us. It confirms synchronicities and truth immediately. Much gratitude. Absolutely. You guys, I know that whoever's on these lives or watches these replays, you guys are guided here. You're always guided here because you're at the point or place in your awareness or journey where this is going to confirm for you, or it's going to explain for you or provide context for you in terms of what you're experiencing right now in your awareness. I said that, y'all. Look, that was part of my agreement. Come on, bring me the souls. Make me visible to the souls who need or desire. I shouldn't say need. I don't like the word need. Direct the souls to me that require the activations or the assistance that I'm able to give based on where they are in their journey. Let's get out. Let's eliminate the okey dokes now. That was great in the beginning to build up my confidence, to get me in a place of developing my self-worth, to get me, in the nuance of stepping into my purpose. Okay, y'all, I'm there. I'm in it. I'm in it. So let's get to the business of assisting the beings that need the assistance. Okay. Gabriella says, what are orbs? Energetic, um how do I put this? Energetic perceptions of higher dimensional beings and energies. So if you see orbs, a lot of people sometimes say they're angels, or but I get orbs that are deceased loved ones. I get orbs. Orbs can be any energetic being that is of higher frequency, that is revealing itself to you in this earthly realm in that form of an orb, because sometimes they do it because it's less invasive, it's a little more pleasant, it's more inviting and welcoming to you, and they're easier to see because they're less intimidating, if that makes sense. Um okay, let me make sure I got everything that I got. Okay, I love you guys' meaning of your names. That was an excellent exercise. For those of you who are watching the replay, y'all make sure y'all do that exercise that we talked about midway through this video of looking up your names, the meaning of your names. Okay. Excellent. I love looking at the meanings of you guys' names. Y'all are some powerful beings. Just think if y'all went by those names that you wrote in this chat, that energy alone would switch your perception and perspective of yourself energetically, because you would have a little more confidence. You stand a little taller and you be in your power. You be in your power for sure. So y'all don't ever forget your names and what they mean. Whenever you feel lost, disconnected, discouraged, afraid, go to your name, look up the spiritual meaning of your name, and get back in alignment. Get back in alignment. Questions, because I done went over my little hour, y'all. I had a lot to do this time, a lot to do. I didn't even get to the natural elements because my spirit team said let's remind of the natural elements: the ocean, the sun, the moon, the forest. We're gonna do that next time. I'll bring that up next time, because we got to get into you guys using those elements to keep your avatars, if you will, going and moving in the direction that they need to be going, so that you can go through this evolutionary process with ease. You are so welcome. You guys are so welcome. Natasha says this was amazing. Great way to restart Mystical Monday. Thank you so much. So much. Look, I didn't even plan it because the last one was with King Cash. So I said, oh, I got to figure out how I'm going to top that. But look, Spirit already knew. Don't worry about it, girl. We got you. We got you. Red orbs you used to see have turned white. Okay, let's start looking it up. Say, oh, let me see why it went from red to white. What does the spiritual meaning of red mean? What does the spiritual meaning of white mean? Let me look it up. Let me see why they're shifting now in my awareness in terms of color. Don't be confused. I just told you what to do. You're not confused. You're just unaware. I just made you aware. So do that, and then you'll have clarity. You'll have it. Y'all are ready. Y'all are moving. We are moving, y'all. Come on now. Last year, this time, we was nowhere near talking about this kind of stuff, were we? Mm-mm. The best is yet to come, y'all. The best is yet to come. I got to thank you guys for joining me tonight. And again, I'm going to extend a big thanks to those of you who have signed up for individual coaching sessions. For those of you who came on at the end of this, I want you guys to understand that it was not my intention to shut down for June and July, but obviously my spirit guides say you're going to need to shut it down for June and July. I have no availability for one-on-ones for the months of June and July. I am booking for the rest of this month, and then it's you guys are going to have to go out into August to get going, which I see some people have already started doing because of not having the availability for June and July. Okay, so thank you, you guys. I'll be back next Monday, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, barring y'all. I'm not going to no more emergency rooms now. I told Alexander that you didn't have to go this time, but I'm glad you did because you needed the visual. You needed the visual. You still tapped into that human part of you, but we're gonna get you to anchor in. And when we guide you and assist you and tell you it's okay, and we guide you what to do, just do it. But I want you guys to see that I am human too. Just like you, I am having a journey and an experience just like you. Okay? All right. You guys, I will see you next week. Please like, subscribe, comment, do what y'all got to do. The numbers are going up. but I'm going to need y'all to help me continue to get them up so that we can continue to get this out to the collective. I want you guys to know I'm watching y'all. I got a lot of monitoring spirits watching me. I know y'all monitoring and watching, but that's okay. Spirit gonna move y'all to click that like button at some point, a comment, so we can get this energetic, reciprocal flow of energy going out, in, out, in, out, in, from me to you and from you to me. That's how it works on this planet. Energy out, energy in to keep the flow and momentum going. Okay. All right. Thank you guys again for coming and assisting me with the chat tonight. I can't do it without you. I will see you guys. You guys are so welcome. Thank you so much in the comments. I almost got a little teary eyed, but I caught it. I caught it because y'all don't need me breaking down. We're not doing that. So I will see you guys next week, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube at Discovering Your Inner Light for Mystical Monday Live. Ta ta. See you later.